Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be comparing features of absolute value functions, and we're going to be focusing on vertex, domain, range, x-intercept, y-intercept, extrema, which is maximum and minimums, and then we're also going to be working with the axis of symmetry, which I did not list in the ideas, but we are going to go over that as well. So the first thing that we're going to start with is the form, and in this form, you can get pretty much everything you need to know about an absolute value function. So in each absolute value function, there's going to be a number in the front, a number in the middle with x, and then a number on the end, which is k. So the first thing is that the vertex is always going to be h, comma, k. And it's a little bit weird because in the form it's x minus h. So it's pretty much just going to be the opposite of whatever is here. So if this says x minus 2, it's actually going to be positive 2 as h. K is regular because there's a plus there, so that one's just always going to be the same. The slope is going to be this plus or minus a at the very beginning, and it's a little bit weird. This is the slope of the right side. So with an absolute value function, it looks like a V, and the slope of the right side is going to be that a value up in the front. The other slope is actually going to be the negative or the positive of whatever that slope was. Okay, whenever we're looking at the x-intercept and y-intercept, that is going to vary a little bit depending on our graph, but let's talk about the domain and range. Oh, sorry, with the x-intercept and y-intercept, it is going to vary on our graph, but we can say a few things. The x-intercept is when y equals 0, and the y-intercept is when x equals 0. Okay, so let's just write that about the x and y-intercept. And then with the domain and range, the domain is pretty fun. It's always going to be negative infinity to positive infinity. So everyone can get the domain right whenever we're talking about absolute value functions. With the range, it's a little bit weird. If you have a positive a value, then the range is going to be from the k value, and this is actually going to be a bracket here because it can equal the k value up until positive infinity. But if the a value is negative, then the range is going to be from negative infinity to positive k. Okay, so whatever your k value is, that's going to be in your range, and it's going to be equal to that k value. So we're going to have a hard bracket there, and it's either going to go to positive infinity or it's going to come from negative infinity. Okay, and then the axis of symmetry is going to be x equals h. Okay, so whatever that value is inside of the absolute value with x, it's going to be the opposite of that value. So if this is x minus 3, then the axis of symmetry is going to be x equals positive 3. Okay, the vertex is also either the maximum or the minimum value because the absolute value either looks like this, like an A, or it looks like a V, like this. So it is going to be that maximum or minimum value, that vertex. And the maximum and minimum we're going to call the extrema. Okay, that's all that I have for this video, but we're going to go on to the next video after this. So stay tuned and see you soon. There we go. Okay, bye.